Hey guys, it's January 2nd. I am officially 2 days from starting hormones, which is so exciting, and I literally am screaming inside, but it's totally fine. I know I said I wasn't going to be back before I started hormones, but I think it's really important I am. Today hasn't necessarily been emotional, but my eyes have opened up to a lot of um, things that I didn't really realize I had, and I'm like grateful for. I know going through this process, I'm extremely lucky with all the love and support and acceptance from not only my family, from my partner, but from my friends, from clients, from work to people on Twitter, Instagram, people who are just coming and saying, "Hey, I'm proud of you," or "Hey, look, I'm going through this too. Can we be friends?" I I realize and I've realized that as much as people are on here being honest with their transition, I haven't really seen a lot of people show maybe their struggle or like the difficulties coming with it. As much as I want to stay positive on this channel, I know that this is not going to be easy. Regardless of the love and support I have, this is going to be so difficult on my body, on my brain, on my relationships, on everything. And I think it's important that I'm really, really honest with that. I want to be someone, whether it's for one person or 1,000 people, who they can look at and say, okay, I identify with this person. This person doesn't have only positive things going on in their life. This person's transition isn't the easiest transition because it's not, and it hasn't been. I've been kicked out of my apartment. I lost an engagement. I lost my best friend. I lost a client at work. It has not been easy, and it probably will not be easy, even though my partner that I'm with, her family, my family, they're so so great, and I know having all of them is going to make everything so much easier. But I want to talk about me realizing it, coming out, and ultimately what happened after I came out. So this is going to be a long video and gonna get emotional. That's totally fine. I want people to see me this way. I don't want to be kind of like out of reach, if that makes sense. I want to be authentic and I want to be genuine because if you're out there struggling with this right now, I want you to know you're not alone because it's really important. And I feel like as as many people as there are on there and as many videos as I have watched, it's kind of been hard to relate because you hear about, oh, my voice dropped, and well, I don't have boobs anymore. I'm getting top surgery, and as much as all of those things are great, I haven't found like something I can identify with. So hopefully this can be something other people can identify with as well. So I guess first things first is, how did I know? Um, at 12, I knew I liked girls. Um, there was a girl at my Catholic church, because yes, I was raised and grew up Catholic, who asked to kiss me at a sleepover, tripped me out, and I was terrified. And looking back now, I was terrified because I knew I liked girls. Um, and then in seventh grade, I had met a girl in my class, and everybody thought we were lesbians. Everybody thought that we liked each other, and it was really, really hard on our friendship. And if you somehow end up watching this, I hope you know I am so sorry for everything that went down, because now looking back, I understand why everything went down the way it did, because I was in love with you. And whatever love meant to a seventh grader at that time. But it wasn't until I was 15 and a half I came out as lesbian. And I had two long term girlfriends, and they ended. I don't really know. Um, but definitely looking through our relationships, I see a lot of points where I was like, I wanted to be a guy, or I could see the issues in our relationship stem from me not being comfortable with my gender. I've always been very thin and in shape. I was a runner for 4 years, martial arts for 10. Like, I never have ever really gotten out of shape, but I had these body issues. And my body issues didn't ever stem from, oh, I'm fat, or I don't like my hips, or whatever it may be. It stemmed from the fact that I didn't like my hips because I wanted to look like a man. I didn't like my boobs because I didn't want to look like a woman, and I wanted to look like a man. And I can look back now and start seeing all these little things where I was denying it to myself. And about 17, I think it was my junior year of high school, I actually cut all my hair off, maybe a little longer than this. And I love you, Mom. You're one of my best friends. But my mom and my girlfriend at that time had maybe not the greatest reaction, and I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel attractive. I figured that if this is how people react to me with short hair, like if I'm a man, it's going to be even worse. So I grew out my hair, and if you knew me before, my hair was down to my hips, thick ass Italian lion mane hair. Started dressing more feminine. I was wearing dresses and skirts, and oh, that's even weird to think about now. But anyways, I really tried to be Daphne the lesbian, and I know a lot of people at high school knew me as Daphne the lesbian, and I just couldn't do it. That just wasn't me, and I think I struggled so hard. And looking back into my relationships as a lesbian, it was hard knowing that they liked girls, and I wasn't a girl to me. Um, so finally, so 15 is when I started realizing, hey, I have gender issues. And then with my most recent ex, she was perfect for Daphne. I will never ever take that away from her. And we had a solid relationship as Daphne and her, but as Ren and her, it's just it didn't work out. But um, she made me feel very confident when we were first together, and she made me feel loved and accepted, and as if whoever I wanted to be, she was going to be there for. And so I started dressing more masculine and acting more masculine, whether it was in our relationships and the way we treated each other, our sex life, everything. I started becoming more and more masculine. And then I cut my hair off in August of this year, or last year. Whoa, 2018. Fucking weird. Anyways, yeah, I cut off my hair in 2017. And after that, I basically threw away all my feminine clothes and bought an entire new wardrobe. And it was all masculine. And I started to be more comfortable and be happy. But then people started asking me, what are you? And to me, the way people were wording it, it was scary and it was hard. Instead of saying, so, what are your pronouns? What do you prefer? It's, why are you doing that? Why do you look like that? Why are you trying to be, do you want to be a man? What are you doing? And so I felt very attacked in a sense that I already was terrified of coming out. And it just kept getting worse and worse. I actually lost 17 pounds since I've come, like 2 months before I was about to come out until now. I've lost almost 20 pounds. I'm getting better now, but my depression was like at almost an all-time low, and I was getting really sick and crying, and I'm telling my partner every night I was disappointed and ashamed, and I didn't want to be the person I was. And I've had issues with mental health and suicide before, like years ago, but it came back. And that's when I knew, okay, something's really, really, really wrong. And there's something I really need to accept about myself. And if I don't, I'm either not going to be here because I'm not going to be able to handle it, or I'm going to be depressed as hell for the rest of my life. So I was taking the LGBT experiences classes at Cal State Fullerton with Professor Beals. And if you go to that class, or if you have the opportunity to take it, I recommend that you take it because it's absolutely amazing. And I hope, Professor, that you see this because you were such an important part of me coming out. But our last class, she had a transgender man come and talk to our class. And he sat down and he starts his introduction. Hi, I'm Danny. I'm a transgender polyamorous man. And if you watch my first video, I say, hi, I'm Ren. I'm a transgender polyamorous man. So when he came and sat down there, I looked at my friend, Nicoletta, who was sitting right next to me, and we were flipping out because we knew this was the moment. Life just ran me into a freaking wall, and this was the time. I knew it. I was sitting there tearing up, almost crying, about to throw up, sweating, shaking, I've never felt so much emotion and so intense of an emotion, and I knew. So we walked out of class, and thank you, Nicoletta, for everything you did, because you know for a fact I would never have been able to make it here without you. But I walked out of class, and she said, say it to me. And I wanted to tell my partner first, and she knew that. So my previous partner picked me up from school, and I opened the door, just started bawling my eyes out. And I sat down and I said, I'm trans. And, you know, I want to keep our relationship to us as much as possible, regardless of what she's telling other people. That's kind of not who I am, and I'm really not going to put that out there. But it didn't end well. And my ex-best friend didn't end well with him either. Who knows what happened there, but it happened. I was kicked / moved out of my apartment. I no longer talk to them. My relationship with my mom took a little hit for a while, but I think we both know we're going to make it through and it's going to be okay. I'm so unbelievably grateful for Jessica and her family because they've been an insane amount of support through all of this. But yeah, so even though I came out and even though I'm presenting as this happy, confident person, shit sucked. Sometimes it still sucks. And it's hard, and I've already felt discrimination. You know, some stuff went down at work where I personally believe that the family didn't want to work with me because I was transgender. And there's just been a lot of things that there are difficult. And as much as I'm trying to be confident and positive through all of this, it's hard. And I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not going to lie. There are still some nights that I cry. There are still some nights that I'm just like, well, fuck, if I didn't do this or if I could have just been happy being me, everything would be okay. And if you are watching this and you have those thoughts, just know and remember, it's not. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to go back and be somebody you're not just to make everything easy. This isn't going to be easy. And I know that. And I've realized that. My partner has realized that. My family. We all know this is going to be difficult, not only for me, but everybody in my life as well. And I want to be honest about that. And I kind of feel like my life might be taking a new direction. If you knew me, you know I love children, love working with special needs, especially autism. And that's always going to be something in my life. But now I feel like I have to advocate. I feel like I have a new purpose. I feel like there's something in this world. Not that there's more for me than just autism, because those children are amazing. And if you ever have an opportunity to work with them, volunteer, anything, please do, because they're the lights of my life. But I really think it's important that I do this, that I can be a change for, like I said, one person or 1,000 people. I hope that if you've watched this and you're still watching this and you are struggling with these things, you know you're not alone, because that's definitely something that's true. And I'm always here to reach out to. I'm always here to talk to. I'm in California, but I'm willing to travel, meet new people, whatever you guys need. As much as this is for me, and I came into this thinking, okay, I'm just gonna kind of document my process and my progress. Today I realized this has to be for all of us. And we don't only advocate for ourselves, we need to advocate for each other. This turned into a 15-minute video, and I'm not that mad about it, but if you stayed through and you watched this, just one, know I appreciate your support, but two, if you need me, whether it's because you are part of the community, or if you're not, or if you know somebody who's struggling, or you have a partner who's struggling with it, or maybe you don't understand it yourself, please reach out, because I would like to be there for you as well. Because even though we're doing this through a screen, if you're watching this and going through this journey with me, you're there for me too. So that's my monologue for the day. I start hormones in 2 days. I got my girlfriend, my brother, his best friend / hopefully my sister-in-law, we don't know. But my mom and her boyfriend, who's turning into an awesome stepdad, we're all going to be going up to LA and starting it. So I'm really excited. I'm nervous, but a good nervous. I'm ready to stop being misgendered, because that's been sucking a little lately. But I'm ready. And I think that's really important, is I am ready for this.